hope you hating. Get to do the same thing. Success don't suck. What sucks is wondering. 730 days and 32 new grades. That album got me stressed. I tune it like T-Pain. Yeah, I got the keys and these got keychains. They keep taking shots, but they missing. They need aim. Caught the signal like Bruce Wayne. Never had it all, but I built it from loose change. Life is like a white tee, baby, it gets stained. But you better bundle up, cause it's a cold game.
Check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out yet? Did I find out where? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed where I have my face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around. I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blind. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? Keep my feet on the promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Primetime. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Okay, ready? Go! 70 line!
Right to the air goes Sanders. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
So you work all week on your opening script, Mike, and what happens? Well, that opening script is going to have to wait until your second possession. The defense comes out with a big stop early. They get the interception, and now it's the opposing team going out looking to take this early lead.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To the outside, he's got Smith. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Fields from the gun on third down. To the right side here, pass is caught. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Here we go.
A run, and this is Ashton Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here's a third down and 4.
Here we go.
They go play action with Fields. He'll get this off to Genty. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
Hey, Q.
First and goal.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Vikings.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You've got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick-6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a second and 3 from the 33.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He'll take a shot for Watson. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively, stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
Come on, come on.
From the gun, it's Shador. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Savon Revel. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. The Vikings move out on top, 14-0.
Jody Sly set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Williams now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Now Shador on first down. That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 36 yards.
just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
To the goal line and in. Christian Watson, touchdown Falcons. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons are on the board. It's now 14-7. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drop. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll go again with Genty. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. 1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. It's the Vikings with the edge. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
The motion man is Nakua. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They get 25 on that connection. It'll be a Vikings first down. Off the play action, here's Fields. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he will get into the end zone. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Minnesota. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for us.
His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
Ready? Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. That is caught by Washington. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Come 19! Come 19! Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That one, take it in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you drop on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Hey, Ken. Come on, front. Go.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll return with more of the NFC Championship game after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 1st and 10. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Here we go.
The motion man is Nakua.
19,
On 1st and 10. Fields. He's got his tight end, Orlando Gatz in the second. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Up, hurry up.
First and 10.
It's this.
44-yard line.
Send a man in motion right. First down. Fields. He'll find Genty out of the backfield.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
He's into space past the 25. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Tight end going in motion here. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Don't jump. Ready? 3-19.
Now Fields. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Oh, rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Quick throw here is complete. The Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3?
Go.
He'll try to pick it up with Genty, and he's into the end zone. Ashton Genty, touchdown Vikings. Gay to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Vikings have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Jody Sly set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Cavante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, Sanders. That is hot downfield by Odunze. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a 1st down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Warrior 70. Ready.
Throwing now, Sanders on 1st down. That one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Anderson, a big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Mustang Knights.
Now, Shador. That one on target to Watson. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Extra point by Little is good. And the Falcons are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. Fields now to throw on 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. Here's Smith to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
Putting the tight end in motion. A 1st down throw for Fields. They'll try to set up the screen here. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
was a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Here we go, side. Green 19, tonight.
Fields now. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The outside, complete to Thomas. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll motion the slot man right. Fields from the gun on third down. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
24-yard gain on the play.
Receiver in motion. Going right. Working out of the gun. It's Fields. Quickly to the outside and complete. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Green 19, 11.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now a second down throw for Fields. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Jalen Phillips. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long. Back to throw is Fields. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
52-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And the Vikings will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on free and extend their lead.
On the return, here's Turpin. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. ground. It is Bigsby to start this drive. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Warriors 70. 6.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He's got his man Carter. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to third and 3.
Third and 3.
From the gun, it's Shador. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Lightning 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Fourth down. Here's Sanders. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Will Anderson on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the set.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 8.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the third. 1 quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Bigsby. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across. Setting up second and goal.
Second and goal.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 1, second and goal. He's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That's in the end zone and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Play action now for Fields. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 4. Here's a handoff to Genty. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Third down. They need 5.
Third and 5.
Here we go.
Tight end going in motion here. Fields. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
So the defense finds themselves in a tight spot. They have very little room for error at this point in the game, Mike, so they have to continue to get off the field, no more points, and that sack's going to go a long way towards doing it.
To return, it is Turpin. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Seven Pirates! Seven Pirates!
Sanders will throw it. Out wide. That's Bigsby. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Big play. Third and 2. Here's Sanders to throw. Forced out wide. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. A quick slant. Look in by Watson. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Back to crown the NFC champion after this. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must.
Here we go, set.
It's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here's second down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Ready.
To throw again is Sanders. Moving outside the pocket.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On third down, Sanders. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
Down and 1.
Bronco 80. 70 Lions.
Now movement up front. It's a big decision coming from the officials. Who's the penalty on? So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to get back to a one-possession game. His kick is good. He's got it. And they are indeed back within one score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit. Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
First and 10, it's Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
Easy, easy, easy. Here we go. 3:19.
Once again, it's Genty. And they only managed to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 3. That brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, here we go. Matter. 19 instructions.
Throwing is Field. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll try it now with Genty. He'll get the first down inside the 25. And he'll be taken